This is Lesson 18 homework on the back. Number 2, a magazine weighs 280 grams less than the newspaper. The weight of the newspaper is shown below. How much does the magazine weigh? Use a tape diagram to model your thinking. So I know that the magazine weighs 454 grams. And the magazine weighs 280 grams less. Less is my clue word. I'm going to illustrate that with a tape diagram. My total weight of the of the newspaper is 454 grams. The magazine weighs 280 grams less. I don't know how much the magazine weighs. If I look at that picture, I see I have the total and one of the parts, but I am missing the other part. When I am missing a part, I need to subtract. So I am going to subtract 454 grams minus 280 grams. 4 minus 0 is 4. 5 minus 8. 8 is the bigger number on the bottom. I cannot subtract when the bigger number is on the bottom, so I'm going to regroup. 4 becomes a 3. 5 becomes a 15. 15 minus 8 is 7. 3 minus 2 is 1, giving me 174 grams. So, looking back at the sentence, the question, how much does the magazine weigh? The magazine weighs 174 grams. Number 3. The chart to the right shows how long it takes to play 3 games. So to play Lucas's baseball game, it takes 180 minutes. For Joey's football game, it takes 139 minutes. And for Francesca's basketball game, we don't know how many minutes this is. This problem is very similar to number 3 on your problem set. Francesca's basketball game is 22 minutes shorter than Lucas's baseball game. How long is Francesca's basketball game? Her game is 22 minutes shorter than Lucas's baseball game. When something is shorter, it means it is less time. When I hear the word less, just like I did up here on number 2, I subtract it. So I'm going to subtract 180 minutes, which is the length of Lucas's baseball game, minus 22 minutes, because Francesca's basketball game is 22 minutes less. In the ones place, I have a 2 on the bottom, which is my bigger number. I cannot subtract when the bigger number is on the bottom, so I'm going to regroup by borrowing from the 8 and turning it into a 7, and the 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. 7 minus 2 is 5. 1 minus an imaginary 0 is 1. Looking back at the question, how long is Francesca's basketball game? Her game is 158 minutes long. Letter B. How much longer is Francesca's basketball game than Joey's football game? So I want to look at her basketball game is 158 minutes and Joey's football game is 139 minutes. I want to know how much longer. So again, just like we did on our problem set, we're going to subtract 158 minutes minus 139 minutes. In my ones place, I have a larger number on the bottom, so I will need to borrow to complete my problem. The 5 will turn into a 4. The 8 will turn into a 18. 18 minus 9 is 9. 4 minus 3 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. I do not need to write a 0 in the hundreds place. Francesca's game is 19 minutes longer.